Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. We're playing some Standard today, and counting out Neon Dynasty, home run across all fronts here, and it's been about a week or two now, and the set's just been super awesome. Multiple constructed formats making an impact, great draft format, great flavor, and we got a really exciting new Standard deck here, and I'm popping in both Standard and Alchemy. A similar deck won the Hooglandia Open Tournament in Alchemy, but played almost no Alchemy cards. This is really a Standard core deck, and playing an absolute ton of coming out Neon Dynasty cards, alongside a selection of cards already legal from Kaldheim and from Kaldheim, I guess, again, because Kaldheim's pretty great. So what do we have here? We have an enchantment beatdown deck, all right? So new cards here, Kami of Transience, gets a counter every time you play an enchantment, has trample most importantly. Jukai Naturalist, perhaps one of the most important cards in the deck, one of the most powerful cards in the set, honestly. The fact this card is an enabler, and then it takes all your stuff cheaper, while also being a payoff. It's an enchantment itself. It's a great thing to put auras on because it has lifelink. Just an absolutely bonkers, phenomenal card. One of the core cards of the deck, and combines with Runeforge Champion, Kaldheim standout, which can get runes, stuff like that, can make all of your runes free. So you see Runeforge Champion here reduces the cost of runes down to 1 colorless, and then Naturalist reduces the cost from 1 colorless to 0. So with Runeforge Champion in play and a Naturalist in play, all of your runes are free. You can just keep casting them, chaining them, drawing new cards, which is awesome. And of course, runes cost 1 with either one of these in play, which is great as well. And of course, the runes here, all very similar. Just enchant a creature, draw a card, give an ability, give lifelink, +1/+0 in haste, or +1/+1 in trample. Kind of the aura stuff we know. Also, Generous Visitor here to put a lot of counters everywhere as well. So making things huge is the name of the game here, and it does a pretty good job of that. Now, the big finish here is Showdown with Skalds. And I actually built a version of this deck for my 10 new brews. It was banned. I was trying out Light Pause and the 2/1 Drake that draws a card whenever you target it. Showdown's the card in this deck, though. Showdown does basically everything this deck could ever want and more. Already a really powerful card. But in this deck, being an enchantment matters, and then putting the counters on creatures matters a lot, too. So you play Showdown with Skalds, the next turn you pop off a ton. And the big fear of this deck is that we get 2 for 1 with our auras. We could make it a creature, they kill it, we run out of gas. Showdown with Skalds never runs out of gas. So just a super awesome, exciting new deck. Powerful, fast, but with late game too. Sideboard's got some removal spells in it and stuff like that. You get the idea. Let's jump right into the games here. And first, quick word from our sponsor, CoolStuffInc.com.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, let's rock and roll. Cast some auras. Do our thing. Playing against Tech Boots. All right, so didn't mention Commune Spirits here. Pretty cool little 1-drop. You can sort of like your ponder in this deck, which is pretty sweet. So good hand here. We can keep this. You've got Commune. You got Kami. You got Runeforge Champion. The Reign of Truth card I didn't mention in my deck tech, but really powerful card. Really powerful card. Sort of like a cranioplating turns into Master of Ethereum kind of card. We're seeing this card seeing play in every format. Pioneer, Modern. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Where are my phases showing? Yeah, whatever. All right, so we're gonna play a green land here. Cast the Commune, see what's up. Opponent plays a Rimewood Falls. We see a rune and some lands. Pretty good on lands. Let's take the rune here. Get our enchantment game going. Probably play Kami on 2, Runeforge on 3. We'll see what they're up to, though. See what they're up to. Hold on. Okay. So they played 3 seasons, and they milled Mindlink, Mech, and some lands. So we are officially off the map here, which is awesome. Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of fun, cool, new stuff in Standard, which has been really, really cool. So play Kami, say go. Kami's super sweet because it's not only a good thing to put auras on, it gets a lot bigger, it's a big trampler, but also has some resilience too. Whenever if it would die and an enchantment would die, so I can return 2 snow permanent cards. Wow, that was a pretty big hit. This came into play and just drew them 2 cards. We're playing Jace Mirror Mage. We are totally off the map here.
I'm doing my best.
So Jace Mirror Mage has 5 loyalty. Scry 2. Okay. They're going to scry 2 cards to the top. So I have no idea what's happening right now. We are just going to play Runeforge Champion and attack this Jace and see what happens. Blue, green, black, snow, planeswalkers, 3 seasons. I don't know what's going on, folks, but that's okay. Runeforge Champion is going to go get ourselves Rune of Speed or Rune of Might. They both give +1 to power. I think the haste is a little more appealing, so let's get Rune of Speed. And then we'll attack this Jace here. And setting up for a pretty good turn next turn. Choose 3 cards in each graveyard. Shuffle in the library. I'm not sure why they're shuffling our card back, but sure. So, Jace Mirror Mage. Kind of fun Planeswalker. I totally forgot this card even existed, honestly. Tamiyo, Completed Sage. Okay, so some Planeswalker action here. Tamiyo can tap things down. Gonna tap down our Kami of Transience. But now I have the ability to give our Runeforge Champion haste with the Rune of Speed. And we can get some good attacks in here. We have 4 loyalty and 4 loyalty. So can't kill both Planeswalkers, but top, bottom. The fear here is they have like Blood in the Snow or something like that. That would be a little not cool. But I think that we're just going to jam, honestly. I suppose we could also play the Reign of Truth and try and get in that way, but we're just going to play Runeforge Champion, play Rune of Speed. Play with Champion. Going to go get another Rune. Probably a Rune of Speed again, honestly. Search library. Get Rune of Speed. Cast Rune of Speed. Put it on the Summoning Sick Champion. Put a counter on that. Pump this up. Draw a card. And now we have 5 power coming. We can kill a Planeswalker. Yeah, killing a Planeswalker is better than divvying up the damage here. Let's just kill Tamiyo. So, not much value of Tamiyo there. It came into play and just didn't do anything. It, like, fogged a creature for 1 turn and then gained 5 life. Jace is going to scry 2 again. Top again. This is getting a little scarier, honestly. They just keep topping, you know? Oh my god. A Drugger Necromancer. A creature, what is going on? So, the non-token creature an opponent controls to die, exile with an ice counter. Instead, you may cast spells from cards among exile and your opponent's own with ice counters on them. You spend mana from snow sources or mana of any card to cast. So they can just cast this now. Okay, I guess, sure. We're going to cast some runes here, and we're going to attack them. We can't really deal with the Necromancer directly, but what is this deck? What are these cards? Just gonna start casting runes, I guess. We have Reign of Truth here also, which is kind of cool. Just cast Rune, and I guess we're just gonna go big on the 1 Runeforge Champion because we can't get both big enough to go through the thing. I guess we can, sort of, maybe, but let's go here. So now it's a 4/4, draw a card. We draw another Runeforge Champion. Just gonna keep casting runes, I guess. Put this one here. Draw a card. Say Generous Visitor. That's a pretty cool one. Play this as a land. Now I can cast Visitor and the Reign of Truth and really pump things up completely. So play this. Play this. Put the counter on the Runeforge Champion. And then we're going to put the big pump on this guy. And now the question is, do you go after Jace or not? Jace really hasn't done much. Just been scrying. They're at 18. We have another big swing next turn, barring like a Blood in the Snow or something like that, which would be kind of scary. I think we just ignore Jace. I guess Jace can draw a card, in theory, but I kind of want to just go for the face and kill them. Yeah, just attack them. Attacking Jace requires me to attack with both. I want to kill it for sure. I'm just going to try and kill them. So they're going to go down to 6 life. I still have a Rune of Speed in my hand, too. So, Rune of Speed giving haste is a pretty big game, even if they're able to wrath us. They play an Ice Tunnel, so they cannot play a Blood in the Snow.
Solving mysteries is my specialty.
Right, 2, top, bottom. So both their Planeswalkers haven't really produced much value. You know, scrying every turn is cool and all, but not really worth a card. And then Tamiyo tapping a thing for a turn, not really worth a card either. They can cast my Kami, but doesn't really seem super good either. We're gonna play Narfi Betrayer King. Kind of a cool card. We're gonna go really big here though and probably just kill them. So we're gonna put the truth there, and we're about to cast our entire deck basically. So now we're gonna pop off here with Naturalist and Runeforge Champion. Play Naturalist. Put a counter on the trample guy. And, we're about to go to town. Play Runeforge Champion. Get another rune. We'll get a, I don't know, whatever. One of these, I guess. Rune of Might. And now all these cards are free. Kind of weird to like select which one you want to target it with, but yeah, they're super dead. So, yeah, I mean, kind of an interesting array of cards from our opponent there. They look to be a little controlly. I don't really know how to sideboard, honestly, because I don't really know exactly what they're doing. Sideboard-wise, you know, cards like Hallowed Haunting and Safekeeping are good against control decks. Obviously, extra removal for creature decks, and Katilda's good against the creature decks also. I kind of want to bring in a Hallowed Hunting. Maybe shave like a Rune of Sustenance. The lifelink doesn't seem that important. Maybe Boseiju can't kill Planeswalkers. I really don't know here. Must bring in both Hallowed Hunting. It's got 2 runes, honestly. Just make sure we can go wide and not be felled by a removal spell or a Blood in the Snow or something like that. But yeah, kind of a weird deck from our opponent. Kind of cool, kind of crafty. Some new cards, some old cards, some cards that we didn't even know were legal. Got to pop off there, pretty good. Pretty awesome to see a lot of new stuff happening in Standard. Again, Kami out, adding a lot of cool stuff. A very dense set. A lot of themes, a lot of stuff going on, but a lot of really cool stuff, a lot of synergy stuff. I do love my synergy cards. You know, I love cards that are, you know, require you to play, you know, bad cards to make them good, which is pretty awesome. Lengthy sideboarding for my opponent there. Let's see what they got in store for us. Anything super cool. Okay. And we got a pretty good hand here. Pretty good hand. A little lacking in lands. We have the Naturalist and the Runeforge Champion to pop off. Ascendant Spirit. They're just like Sultai Snow theme deck. Just playing all the snow cards of various types. Popping the Spirit up. Attacking for 2. Sure. And the good news is that they are blue and green mostly. You can't really kill my stuff too well. If this thing dies, we're in trouble, honestly, because we kind of need the mana boost from it right now. They're just going to go up. Now they got a 4/4. All right, just riding the Spirit Ladder. Unfortunately, we didn't draw a land. So we draw a land this turn. We were going to attack for like a whole bunch with the Runeforge Champion, but we missed. So now we got to start playing some runes and drawing cards. Runes do cost only 1 thanks to the Naturalist, so draw a card. That's not a land. Rune of Sustenance. Draw a card. And that is a land, but it's a Lair of Hydra. So, I mean, not the worst. You know, again, the lifelink naturally on Naturalist is a really, really good effect to have access to. Woodland Chasm, sure. Alright, I mean, we're just going to cast our Runeforge Champion and see what's up. We're just going to see what's up here. We can do the thing. Can definitely do the thing. It's going to be embarrassing if I get Force Spiked here. They're going to Colossal Sky Turtle to unsummon my Naturalist. That is very rude. That is very rude. I can get Rune of Speed and just play it and attack. Super rude. I gotta be so rude, huh? Why you gotta be like that? Haste, draw, attack. And, Colossal Sky Turtle. 2 mana, channel, unsummon. Again, not really, you know, card advantage. Spirit of the Alder Guard. I love it. I love it. This is just the Snow Simic box of tricks. You never know what's going to come out here. Don't have Blizzard Brawl. You bastard. Alright. That's a pretty good draw. I think we're still good here, though. We still have a Naturalist plus Rune of Might here. So I think we're okay. We go Land, Naturalist, Runeforge Champion. Search Library. I think we're okay here. I mean, like, we can double Rune of Might the Naturalist. Might not actually be good enough, honestly. Yeah, we kind of need like a turn. I guess the Runeforge Champion can just jump block, right? Which isn't the worst. So yeah, let's just get Rune of Might. Cast Rune for free. Target the Naturalist. Cast Rune for free. Target the Naturalist. Didn't draw another rune. So, just jump block with Champion, and then next turn go big on this thing. If they have their own summon or something here, we're actually just dead. Pretty weird game. Pretty weird game. We have double Naturalist. They have a Necromancer. Okay. I think that's fine. And Otherworldly Gaze. Sure. I think we're fine now, because now we can go big on a Naturalist next turn. We can play the Visitor, Naturalist, Reign of Truth. And we can go pretty big on our lifelink attack. And then Naturalist can jump block this thing again. Gaze is going to bin Coma and a land. But keep a card. It's not ideal. And they're going to send in the Ascendant Spirit and the Spirit. Sure. So block here. We go to 4. And untap. We draw Kami of Transience. So, we are going to start by playing... I think we're going Visitor into Naturalist into Reign of Truth. We're not drawing any cards here, but we're making a huge lifelink attacker. And making some blockers too. So, Visitor. Naturalist. Put a counter on the Naturalist. We're going all in here on this Naturalist. If they remove it, we're dead. But and then Reign of Truth costs 1. Could I have Commune first? Nah, I don't think so. Let's play Reign of Truth. Put a counter here. Comes into play. Target this. We have an 11/11 lifelinker coming across. Pretty big swing. Pretty big swing. We're at 15. They do have lethal exactly in play. Another Spirit of the Alder Guard. Honestly, a fine card. Like, just a pretty big threat. It's a land. Play land. And again, we're just kind of like begging for no interaction here. Any Blizzard Brawl, and Flashback Gaze. Okay. So, sure. I think we're good to go now. They're going to bin 3 cards here. It's been the God of Winter, the Seasons in the Chasm. We draw another Visitor. We're going to pump up right here. Unfortunately, we're actually a little light on enchantments. And we're a little light on green mana also. We're going to Commune here. Let's Commune into a Showdown of Skalds. That'd be a nice place to be. Or just lands. Lands is cool too. Rune of Speed. And some lands. I guess they want the Rune of Speed. We just need to keep drawing cards. So play Rune of Speed. I guess we play another Visitor and play Rune of Speed. And just keep going big on the Naturalist. They can obviously block and trade at this point. But I think that's fine. Yeah. Drawing cards pretty nice too. Let's play Visitor. Rune of Speed. I suppose on Naturalist. Just more power. Put a counter on Naturalist. Put a counter on Naturalist. And now we're looking at a card draw. We draw a green source. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Play green source. We could play Naturalist here just to get another counter or 2 more counters on this. They can block up both of these instead of kill it no matter what. But we get to trample over some too. Yeah, I think this actually works pretty well. They currently have 18 toughness. And we have 16 power of trample coming through. So everything has to block. If only 3 things block, they take 4 trample damage. So we actually can attack with everything here. Because every single thing has to block this or they die. Yeah, so cool. Sweet. Big trampling lifelinkers. Pretty good. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Alright. Round number 2. versus the Wandering Emperor. Passable hand. Showdown makes this hand fine. Because Showdown is just so unbelievably good. I love this card. I love this card. Super fun card, super powerful card, and then of course synergy-wise, just super awesome with the deck. We see a Deserted Beach. Just gonna play a Forest here. Don't need to make any pathway choices just yet. Kami on 2, got some runes. Malevolent Hermit. Interesting card against us. Gonna make us a white. Play a Kami, say go. Hermit can counter the Showdown, which is a concern. I don't care if it counters anything else, honestly, but looks to be a somewhat interactive deck. Freaking Scrooge over here. Spirited Companion. Interesting. Okay. We draw a Runeforge Champion. That's pretty good. I mean, seems better to play Champion than to play Runes here. Especially going to play Champion and get going. It means we can't attack, but next turn is really good for us. So, play a Champion. We're going to get Rune of... Probably just another Rune of Might. Lifelink, not really relevant here. And no attacks. So now we have 3/1 mana runes, a Commune Spirits, and of course Showdown of Skalds. Showdown of Skalds is an interesting card. Don't often want to cast it on turn 4 because you want to be able to try and get all the cards off of it. If you reveal land, spell, it's kind of hard to do that if you already played a land. More of a turn 5 play usually, or a play just to play when you've kind of emptied your hand already. Double Hive the Eye Tyrant and just same go. Visitor kind of a cool draw, honestly. Visitor kind of a cool draw. And we're going to start there, I think. So, play Visitor. And we're going to start with... now, we want to play around our removal spell here if possible. So, I think I kind of like Rune of Speed on the Visitor. We'll start spreading counters around. Tap the red. Rune of Speed targets here. Plus, a counter is going to go on the Runeforge Champion. And then a counter on the Kami for the trigger. So if they kill the Visitor in response, sure. So we lose out on a card from the Rune here, but now it gets kind of pop off otherwise. And we're still going really big. So they get some verse, and now we get to just start doing our thing. So Rune of Might is going to go onto the Runeforge Champion. Put a counter on the Kami. They want to counter us with Hermit, they're more than welcome to. Cool, no problem. Still got our trigger off the Kami. And we're going to play a land. We're going to play another Rune. Yeah, another Rune for sure. Play another Rune, draw another card, pump another thing, and now we have 9 power of trample coming through. Pretty good turn for us. Not sure what's... Spirited Companion here feels a little off-plan. For like a tokeny deck maybe or something like that. And of course we have Commune, Naturalist, and then of course we have Showdown. So worst case scenario would be like Wrath or something like that. We should have a Showdown with Skalds to get the things all back in order. Attack for 1. That feels a little wrathy. Feels a little wrathy. Deadly Dispute. Okay.
Powerful won't help. I know something you don't know.
Pretty interesting. Wasn't a bad turn. They drew some cards, but they just look pretty dead to me. So we're gonna try and kill them, I guess. Play Naturalist, pump the thing up, put Rune of Speed in the Naturalist for 0, which is awesome. And just gonna attack them. Look at Human Spirits, see what's up. Another Rune, sure. You don't gotta sell me on a free Rune. Pump the thing, draw a card. Yeah, everything attacks you, my friend. Yeah, Swords of Plowshares? No, you don't. Alright, sweet. So, pretty sweet game there. Opponent interacted a little bit, but we just kind of did our thing. Rolling right along. Now, they seem to be a little more of a controlling deck. Means I'm more interested in the Hallowed Hauntings and less interested in the Rune of Sustenances. Might even go down to like 1 rune, honestly. Lifelink's not super important in a matchup like this. They get some planeswalkers, but it's kind of whatever. Kind of like the idea of a Tamiyo safekeeping or two also. Play around removal spells, things like that. Gotta cut one more card here. Reign of Truth. Like the runes, like the Kamis. Like the Naturalists. Maybe Reign of Truth, honestly. Certainly a powerful card, but not necessarily great against... I guess it's not bad against removal, right? It's better than an aura is. You can target a different thing as well. What are we at? We're at 22 land. They just gotta land him a draw. Yeah, just gotta land him a draw. On the draw, we have 4 communes also. This is fine. Try this. When in doubt, just gotta land him a draw, you know? When in doubt, just gotta land him a draw. Alright, so opponent mulligans. Alright, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Liking a 2-drop. We have Commune, though. So we have Boseiju, some lands, Commune. All works pretty well. First Boseiju, essentially free and standard. No real downside. Unless you're playing some Snarls and you get bigger problems. So, or Lair of a Hydra, that works too. Commune with some spirits. We see Hallowed Haunting, Rune of Speed, and 2 lands. Not a creature. Not what we were looking for, really. It's cute, though. You can put a rune onto the Lair of the Hydra and draw a card, which I'm probably going to do next turn, honestly. I'm a little tempted to just take a land here, but the Hallowed Haunting is pretty exciting. However, our mana is really awkward. We have 2 green lands and a land that's either red or white. We need double white for Hallowed Haunting, and we need red for Showdown Skalds. I'll just take a land here. I think that Showdown Skalds is our big payoff here, so... And the next turn, we can just play Rune of Might onto the Lair. Kind of deposit that one for later. We see a Hermit again. Hermit's pretty good. We draw a Reign of Truth. Sure, so land. We could play Reign of Truth naked, just as a suspend to Portrait of whatever. I don't think I like that, though. I'm just going to play the Rune on the Lair of a Hydra. So that'll probably come up later. You know, deposit that there for now. Draw a card. Put an enchantment in play. That makes the this thing better for later. And now I still have trample if I activate it, which is kind of cute. Draw another land. So now we get to play Runeforge Champion, and then we get to equip with a safekeeping up as well. Another Showdown's great. So now we're in it for the long game now. Let's go. Runeforge Champion resolves. We're going to get I think another Rune of Might. Don't really need haste right now. So, Rune of Might, say go. And now you have access to start casting runes with safekeeping up, which is awesome. Reign of Truth is awesome. Should be a good turn for us next turn. Just gonna say go. And we draw a Kami of Transience. So I think we're going to be more interested in Kami than we are in Reign of Truth just yet. So we're going to play a Branchloft Pathway on green. We're going to play a Kami. And then we're going to tap this land for a Rune of Might, right? Yes. Rune of Might goes right here. They get a Banishing first, and we're going to cast Tamiyo Safekeeping. No? Okay, sure. So, pump it, draw it, we draw another land, and then just fire on the attack here, honestly. Nothing too crazy. They have a Wandering Emperor here, maybe that would suck. Sure. There's Wandering Emperor. We still have the safekeeping nose. It's totally fine.
Now you've done it. Hat's coming off.
The minus goes down to 1 loyalty. You get the safekeep anyway, so safekeep this one. Hexproof. Gains life. And take 3. Now the Emperor is on 1. Can't do much except for pump up the Hermit, which isn't very good anyway, so... Next turn we have Reign of Truth. Could also lean on Showdown for feeling frisky, but obviously they have a Hermit in play, so... Hermit and 1 untapped blue. Alright, Emperor puts a counter on the Hermit.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Attack for 3. Bold. What else you got for me here? Rite of Oblivion. Sack the Hermit to exile my Runeforge Champion. Okay. They still have a blue and a white up. I really would like to resolve a Showdown here. But I'm a little concerned that it's not going to work. Now, we could just attack first, see if they have a kill spell or a bounce spell or something like that. I kind of like that. We'll just start there. We'll just attack. So we don't need to pump the Kami because it's attacking this and only needs to deal 2 anyway. So let's see if they have a kill spell or not. They don't. So kill the Emperor. I'm kind of feeling a negate here, I'm not going to lie. However, we don't really have any better play. We have 2 Showdowns anyway. I'm going to cast Showdown with Skalds. It resolves. All right, cool. And that's okay. I guess that was good enough. 2-0. Rocking and rolling. All right, round 3 against the number 23 Mythic player. Ooh, a little test of character here, and obviously our hand sucks. Come on now. Oh, we can't keep his hand. It's got a 1-drop, 2-drop, but it has no enchantments. We do have a Lair of a Hydra, but this hand just isn't good enough. We're an engine deck, you know. We want to get things rolling, and this hand doesn't really roll anywhere, you know. We have Showdown with Skalds or a Runeforge Champion or some way to get some velocity going, but this hand can't do it, so we're going to mulligan. Well, we found Showdown with Skalds, I guess. All right, going to 5. Going to 5. Sure, this hand's obviously fine. So keep this. We're going to ship the, I guess the Farmland and, sucks. I guess we're going to ship, just ship the Sundown Pass too. Honestly, just go turn 1 Visitor, turn 2 Rune, just try and go from there. Obviously, 5 cards is not ideal. Hopefully the deck is not too interactive. Is what it is, though. Don't kill my Visitor, please. Coast. Coast. Alright. So, do I play a second Visitor, or do I want to just play Rune of Might? Rune of Might gets it out of 2 damage spell range, which isn't necessarily too many spells. Does make it harder to double spell next turn, though. I'll play Rune of Might. Draw a card. It's not a land, but... Alright. I mean, beats, right? Beats. No unsummons, please. Naturalist. Yeah. I mean, like, playing Kami's kind of nice for next turn. This is not going to survive a turn. It's getting bounced or killed. So, what I got to think about what's going to make my turn better next turn. I think it's Kami. Play Kami, and the next turn could be Naturalist, Reign of Truth, or something like that. So let's attack for 3. See if we get unsummoned here or not. Take 3, sure. Alright, play Kami. We can get 4 spiked here. That would suck, but... A little Jawari disruption action. Can't play around everything when you mulligan to 5, so... Dragon's Fire. Okay. So... Our better creature is still available. Kind of want to draw land here. Spikefield Cave. We draw a land. That's kind of cool. So now we can go Visitor plus Naturalist. I mean, as far as mulligans to 5 goes, this hand's not that bad, you know. I'm going to put a counter on the Visitor. Spread out my, diversify my bonds here a little bit. They played Spikefield Cave. They have another one? Wouldn't be ideal. Wouldn't be ideal. Alright, pump. Alright. So now we're begging for no sweeper. I mean, things aren't going that bad considering our mulligan to 5. There's your Jawari Ruins. So looks like they're short on lands because both these seem like pretty good cards to cast given how the last 2 turns have played out, so... Pretty damn rude. Alright, well, I think we're just going all in here, so... Alright, attack for 5. They're at 6, I mean... Look, we're not killing it here, but as an iteration, you know, we do have lethal next turn. It is a 4/4, so damage-based removal can't really kill it. Are we going to steal a game here? Are we going to steal a game? Some highway robbery? Play an island. Play an iteration. Oh my god. Somebody call the police. Because unless they find a Fading Hope, we've stolen a game. And if they have Fading Hope, they're like, wait, what? Why would they exile that card? Well, that was actually pretty cool. Showdown with Skalds is a pretty good place to be as far as resolving things go. So they hit their spot, but now I get to resolve Showdown with Skalds. So ship it. Let's go. Runeforge, a rune, a land. Next turn, this thing flips into a creature. And next turn, I can go... If I draw a land, I can go Runeforge, Kami, Rune of Might, which would be pretty cool. There's Goldspan Dragon, sure. Untap. We draw a tap land, unfortunately. So now we have the portrait in play. And we get to start putting counters on stuff as well. And I think we're going to... Rune of Might allows us a chance to draw land here. I guess we actually have Runeforge Champion for haste. We actually have lethal here. Barring no interaction, of course. Play Runeforge Champion. Another bounce spell would just be devastating, but... Play Runeforge Champion. Put a counter there. That resolved pretty quick, actually. Gonna get a haste rune. I think we're just going for it. Play haste rune. Put counter. Oh my god. That's 6. We drew it on tap land too, actually. Now we just go for lethal. Then we're gonna play the Kami next turn if it doesn't work. Wow! What a steal! What a steal! Oh my! Mulligan to 5. Figure we're dead in the water. Wow! What a game! What a game! All right, so we're gonna board some stuff in here. We're gonna bring in probably a couple copies of Valorous Stance. Hallowed Haunting is a little weird because like they're not really a control deck. They have like control the elements, but definitely want to bring in these safekeepings too. I think, which is pretty nice. We can shave down on the Rune of Sustenances for sure. Reign of Truth. It's like not. I'm gonna go to one Rune of Sustenance honestly, and then I can't tell if Hallowed Haunting is good or not. I feel like it's probably not. It's pretty hard to resolve. It's kind of clunky. I think just trying to get under what they're doing is pretty important. Valorous Stance can protect or kill a dragon. Safekeeping can protect, obviously. Boseiju. Yeah. I think I'm happy here. We can try and size up against their damage-based removal, which is kind of cool. Yeah, let's try this. We're not really sure, like, if they're more dragon-y or more, like, control-y and just playing Goldspan Dragon. I think that would inform our decision on the Hallowed Haunting. So we'll see in game 2 what's up, but... Whew, what a game 1. What a game 1, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Such a good card. Card's just so good. Yeah, this is fine. Not great, but fine. A little reliant on Showdown. Ruins, sure. Like farmlands, there you go. We're gonna Shatter Skull the Hammer Pass and play a Reckoner Bank Buster. So they're more controlling. They're more controlling. Alright, play this on green. Play Kami, so you go. Drawing land here, definitely not part of the plan, but this is gonna be fulfilling a sort of a Maze Mind Tome kind of role. It's more of just a card draw engine. Iteration, sure. They get a Coast. And we draw a Rune of Sustenance. Okay, so we're going to start with the Rune of Sustenance and probably get blown out, but I don't think that... I'm going to keep reading my card. It's funny, actually... I'm in the battlefield, okay, sure. Yeah, we just got to play Rune of Sustenance. We play a Rune here. It kind of sucks, but I think we just have to do something. This is not cool. I'm going to play Rune because I think this is the worst Rune. So... just have no other options. We can't attack for 2 and do nothing, so... I can see maybe you can put the Rune on land, I guess. To guarantee a card draw. Maybe that's better, actually. Maybe that's better. Resolve. Draw. A Generous Visitor. Pretty cool. Alright, attack for 3. It worked. Somehow it worked. Play Visitor, stay go. I can see putting the Rune on a land there. It still pumps the Kami. Lifelink's not that important right now. Wow, that was a good draw. Tamiyo safekeeping. Here to protect the land. Now we're gonna go big on Kami, I think. Just play Rune on the Kami with safekeeping up. Feels pretty good. I'm gonna play Sundown Pass actually and tap this for mana. Alright, let's go big. Normally we wouldn't go big, but with safekeeping we want to. Could have double trick here, but whatever. You know? Counter, 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 counter. Burning Hands. That's a lot of damage. Alright, fire up safekeeping. Do you got double trick? Spell Pierce. Wow. That was unexpected. Alright. Yeah. I mean, better there than here, right? And now I get to return the Kami in my hand because an enchantment died, which is awesome. Great card. Like this card a lot. Like this card a lot. Valorous Stance. Not really ready to play Showdown yet. I don't want to get countered, so I'm just gonna play Pathway. Only red cards in our deck are the runes and the thing. Because I don't really need any more white mana, so let's play some red. And we're gonna attack for 1. Play Kami. Stance will deal with Goldspan. Funny, we actually just see the Empire of Goldspan Dragon too, but this protects. Can kill dragons. Cinderclasm. Alright, we're gonna protect our Kami here. I think. Yeah, the Empire can kill a dragon if we need to. We have 3 cards left. I can draw a card here too, it's kinda gross. Kind of annoying because this can come back, but I don't have any enchantments to play right now, so whatever. Pretty all in on this Showdown resolving next turn. Rune of Speed. Alright. Casting runes into 4 cards and 6 open mana feels bad. I'm gonna run a land. Pump Kami, draw a card. Plasm again, sure. It's funny because these Plasms like shouldn't really be that effective against us, honestly, because we size up pretty well, but and then we're not gonna cast our Showdown just yet. I'll wait one more turn. Play on Spell Pierce next turn. Like, we size up pretty well. Maybe we do it. I think we do it the Hallowed Hauntings. Now if I've seen more of their deck. Spike Oak Cave of the Land. We draw Naturalist. Makes the Showdown cheaper. It does mean we can't play on Spell Pierce, so let's play land them. This is never gonna. I'm just gonna play this. Alright, whatever. Showdown Skalds, let's go. Do you have any hard counters in your deck? Memory Deluge. Alright, yeah. We're bringing in those Hallowed Hauntings for sure. They're much more controlly than I thought they were. Maybe we'll shave a couple of the 1-drops. I don't know. Showdown resolves. Wow, alright. And we reveal 1-drop, Runeforge, Land, Commune Spirits. All great. All great. So we're going to play land and play the Runeforge Champion. Set up for a nice big turn next turn. We cast a lot of spells, put a lot of counters around. We're going to get probably the Haste enchantment. 4 Spike. Gross. Sure, whatever. Cinderclasm for days. Alright. Pretty good too. We're going to lead on Visitor. Start getting counters flying everywhere. Commune's super cool with the Showdown also because we get to keep casting spells and dropping counters everywhere. Counter, counter. Resolves. 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 Cast Commune. Counter on... I think the Visitor. Just go big on one of these, so at least it has 4 toughness. Sure. We see Rune of Truth, Naturalist, Rune of Speed. Rune of Speed's a little risky. I think I'm just going to take the Rune of Truth. Rune draws a card, but Rune of Truth, like... I mean, Rune of Speed, just... If we get blown out, it kind of sucks. They have Bounce Spell or whatever. Yeah, let's just play the Rune of Truth. Rune of Truth. And, let's Commune again. This one's going to go on Naturalist. Land. Wow, almost a brick. Jeez. Greenland. And just say go. I guess they can Flashback Deluge here. Maybe I should have just gone for it. Just gotten the haste enchantment and just gone for a big swing. They just have so many cards in their hand, though. Yeah, we're going to say go and probably get blown out here. Just Flashback Deluge. I think we're a little too far behind this game. Or Hallbreaker Horror, that works too, I guess. Alright, now the game's over. We can go to our next game. Alright, yeah, they had a lot of good interaction in that game, for sure. For sure. So now we're going to bring in the Hallowed Hauntings. I think we're going to be leaning more on that plan. The runes just aren't as good against them. There's just so much interaction, you know? I think we can cut down, like, the Rune of Sustenance completely. And... Tilda's kind of cute, but... Runes do Cantrip. Visitor, Commune. Shave, like... Visitor's pretty good, too, on the play, also. Stances, Safekeeping, Reign of Truth. Maybe just 2 Hallowed Haunting. They just show Spell Pierce and stuff. And then... We cut, like... It's kind of like a Naturalist crazy. Just, like, not really a threat by itself. Lifing doesn't matter that much. It is good with the Hallowed Haunting and stuff, but... It's like kind of the rune, honestly. I just don't want to get blown out. We got blown out once, twice. That game kind of sucked. Maybe I should bring and cut all the runes. Not all the runes, but cut like a lot of the runes. I think two hunting's fine. We have Commune to find it also, so this is fine. We're also on the play, so you can get a better aggro hand, hopefully. Like, they got us twice with Cinderclasm, and like we should be able to size up past 2 damage mattering, hopefully. So on the play, hand it's passable. It's passable. Hopefully we find a 2-drop off of our Commune. And curve up 2, 3, 4. Maybe 2, 3, 4. We'll see what Showdown on turn 4 again is not super awesome. Alright, fire it up. They tanked for a while there about their hand, so. Alright, there's a Naturalist, ship it. There's a Lair too, but easy Naturalist. Turn 2 Naturalist, turn 3 Champion equip, possibly. See if our things live or not, of course. That is a caveat. Cave. Kami. Ooh. I do kind of like the Kami, I'm not going to lie. So I play Kami on 2. I guess we're not actually playing an enchantment for a few turns. We kind of want the Kami to die, though, because it returns to our hand later. We play Naturalist, we can play Champion, and then immediately play a Rune, which is kind of cool. This is a tough choice. It's a tough choice. Because like we play Kami, we play Runeforge Champion and don't play an enchantment next turn. I think I'm in a Naturalist. They play Field of Ruin? Okay, that's dead. Sure. It's Dragon's Fire. Alright, so I mean I would have rather they killed this, but play Runeforge Champion, sure. We're gonna get ourselves probably a haste aura, I think. I guess you don't need to, right? I like haste aura. Haste aura, say go. Their lands are pretty awkward. And they play it. We got open season right now. That's pretty cool. So we get to go Kami plus Rune Haste, or we could play another Runeforge Champion. I think I like Kami plus Rune Haste though. So Kami, Haste Rune, and now if the Kami dies, it'll come back, which is cool. We'll draw a card. It's a land. This is a beat. This is a bonk. Both things have 3 toughness, so we can't get hit by a Cinderclasm. And again, we should have Showdown in the chamber as well. So they have to deal with this stuff. And once they deal with it, I slam a Showdown, which is insane. So just gotta make sure we don't get spell pierced. This card's pretty slow. We're gonna bolt in a land. There you go. Wow. Don't really want to cast any runes into all this open mana, so I think we're just jamming. And then seeing what they do, and if they tap out, we're going to cast Showdown. Yeah, if I play a champion this turn, I'm not really comfortable casting a rune. I guess I could just cast the haste rune on the champion. They can't attack. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. I think we'll just do that. Let's play land. Play champion. Like, haste rune on champion, they kill champion in response. I still attack for 7, which is pretty powerful. And it's just a 1-for-1. You know, we spend champion, they spend removal spells, so. Resolves. Library for a haste rune. Cast haste rune for 1, targeting the summoning sick champion. Pump this up. That looks pretty good. Draw a card. Attack. Go to 1. Okay, go on. Tell me more. I like where this is going. End step Windfall, discarding Spikefield Hazard. I mean, I guess if they have a sweeper here, it's kind of gross, but I just have another champion for haste and we just kill them, so. Still have our Rune of Speed's up. Iteration looks pretty good. You love when your opponent's in trouble and they cast Iteration. Because, there we go. Alright. Taking down number 23 Mythic here with our Auras deck. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed. This deck just seems awesome. It's playing a ton of cool new cards. I don't think the consensus best build has been found yet. But this deck is quite enchanting. Quite enchanting, to say the least. So, look over our deck real fast here. If I can get off the screen, please. Thank you. I don't care. Master Orb. Thank you. Yes. Trying to record a video. Appreciate it. And just a lot of really good cards here. You know, I think the real big one here is just Showdown of Skalds. This card is just so good. A lot of those games we were watching, you know, we just played where we had a good early blitz, but if they had a way to deal with everything, we were in big trouble. But we had Showdown in hand, and we're like, all right, whatever. Yeah, once you deal with this, you'll be tapped out. I'll play Showdown, and we're back to right back to where we started. So deck's super cool, deck's super fun. Definitely a good one to give a spin. Kind of cool seeing the cross block pollination also with these Kaldheim enchantments joining the forces with the Neon Dynasty enchantments. Super cool. Super cool deck. Definitely one to give a try in your next standard gameplay. All right, so I'm Jim Davis of CoolStuffInc.com. Thanks for watching. As always, there's a written article that goes along with this video on CoolStuffInc.com. As always, I do a video article on Monday, written article on Friday. Look for that CoolStuffInc.com. 10 new brews is up. Go look for that one. It's in my set reviews up on my YouTube. Go check that out as well. And of course, promo code Jim5 for 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com and a free Jim Davis Goblin token. All right, you're all great. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying Kamigawa and Neon Dynasty. I know I am. So I'll see you next week. And peace. Have a good one, folks.